when we were kids, my brothers and I would built these rafts out of styrofoam and would float down the river near my great uncle's house. And I remember one time, as we were floating down the river, along we come to this railroad trestle that was really high, maybe 75 feet above the river. And as we were going along, we had our spud gun along that we made that would shoot clumps of, grass and just weird things, whatever we could fit in it. And there were some kids that we were always arguing with, and they came across on top of the railroad trestle on their bikes. And they started hollering at us, hey, look at us, we're way up here, we're safe, what are you guys doing down there? And hey, your rafts are stupid. And you know how boys are, in the teen years, hollering at each other, hey, your rafts are stupid and your spud gun's stupid. And they thought they were safe because they were up on that railroad trestle. And they're high and they're hard to get to. And there's no way that we could just jump out of the river and run up there because it was so high you had to go around a long ways. It was their fortress. It was where they were. It was where they're hiding out. And it made it completely much harder for us to get to them. That brings me to Psalm 91, verse 2, 3, and 4. And of course, it says there, I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress. My God, in Him will I trust. Surely He will deliver you from the snare of the fowler and from the perilous pestilence. And verse 4, and He shall cover you with His feathers, and under His wings you shall take refuge. His truth shall be your shield and buckler. I love that scripture as it talks about the Lord, and it talks about Him in the first person. He is my refuge, and He is my fortress. It shows that no matter what we have going on, God is with us. I will say of the Lord, He is my place of safety and the strong wall around me. I will trust in Him and I will rely on Him. My God rescues me from every trap and dangerous sickness. God calls us when danger is near and covers us with His wings or His protection. His truth and faithfulness shall protect me. An amazing amount of scriptures there. I remember as a kid, we had chickens in I guess it was my neighbor's chickens, and we would go out and just help him or whatever. He was a single guy, older guy, lived right next to us, and one day there was this huge fire over there, a grass fire that burned pretty quick. And we went over there like we all did in those days and helped put out the fire before the fire department got there. And we had the fire out, I remember. And the four of us, my brothers and my sister and I, were all standing around as the fire department came, and just talking and looking at what had burned. A good chunk of land had burned there. It was grassy, dry grass, early spring, kind of like now. And as we were walking along, we found something. We kicked it, and it was a mother hen that had burned. And we're like, oh man, what a shame. Why did the fire catch this mother hen? I mean, it should have been able to outrun it, no problem. And we turned it over, and there under the hen was a whole bunch of baby chicks that were all alive. She had saved them. She had stopped when the fire came, called her chicks under her, spread her wings over them, and the fire killed her, but all the chicks were alive and safe. And that's what God is for us. When it says, He shall cover you with His feathers, and under His wings you shall take refuge. Under God's wings is that place of protection, like the hen that covered those chicks. And then when it talked about He shall deliver you from the snare of the fowler, it was like the bird traps they had back then. And it was really hard to get out of once you got caught. And God protects us from that. I just want to leave you with that today. No matter where we're at in this coronavirus, things change suddenly, and and things can be monotonous, and we're not sure what's happening, and sometimes we feel like we're stuck at home and we're not sure what the future holds financially or physically. Just remember that the psalmist said, "I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God, in Him I will trust. Surely He will deliver you from the snare of the fowler and from the perilous pestilence or the plague. And He shall cover you with His feathers, and under His wings you shall take refuge. His truth shall be your shield and buckler, protecting us." Remember, God's with us, and He'll cover us, and He's our buckler or our fortress, and He'll cover us with His feathers today and in the future here. Take care.